what I want to do is I want to go over a few things with you, okay? I want to talk to you about features, okay? How you draw eyes, how you draw ears, how do you draw a mouth, how do you draw a nose, and how do you get the confidence to do it with just a marker? Okay, well, the first thing I want to do is give you a keyword, and then we're going to get out my book. You guys know about my book over here. It is my book called Face Off, okay? I'm going to take your face off, right? All right, so what this book does is it teaches you about, once again, basic head shapes. It teaches you about more head shapes here. Did I mention that it tells you about head shapes? Head shape is the most important thing you have to learn to do it, be able to do this. The eyes, the ears, the mouths, the nose, all that stuff will kind of fall in once you understand how to do head shapes, okay? So for the first point, we're going to start with the eyes, okay? So here's a page full of eyes, okay? I'm just going to do a couple of different types of eyes for you. And then I'm going to show you how truly easy it is to do this. It looks complex, but it's not, okay? It's like juggling. No, well, juggling is complex, I'm just saying. All right, so what I do is I use what I call shape association, okay? That looks like this to me. And then once I say what it looks like to me, then I draw what that looks like. You got it? So when I draw eyes, no matter what kind of eyes I'm drawing, I always associate them with the shape of a tree leaf. Tree leaves come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. Okay, as you'll see, even with the picture that I had, and I'm just gonna pick somebody. I'm gonna go over here and just do somebody random. Let's see. Let's pick a random person that we haven't drawn with. That's not famous. Hold on, I'm just gonna pick. Here we go. Okay, can you guys see those eyes right there? Pretty good. Everybody can see? Okay. Now, let's look at those eyes and let's make a couple of observations. Number one, we know they look like a tree leaf. What does a tree leaf look like? It looks like this. I'm gonna draw it real nice and big for you. Okay. If I draw, now I'm gonna draw another one, but I'm gonna make it maybe a different, maybe a smaller than the other one. Okay. Maybe I can change the angle. Maybe I can draw it like this. Hopefully you guys are drawing at home right now. You can see how easy it is. Okay. So you get the point of what I'm saying. Okay. So let's use this and draw her eyes. Well, how do you know which way to draw your tree leaf? Well, you look at the corners of the eyes. If you look at the corners of her eyes, okay, you can see that she has right off the top, you can see she has a definite saggy look to her eyes. Her eyes are not straight across like this. Her eyes are doing more like this, like the angle is doing, this is the center point. Her eyes are doing something like that, okay? So what does that tell me? And we know that her eyes are big, okay? So what I'll do is let's say I'm drawing her eyes. I'll draw her eyebrows kind of close together because her eyes are big, because I want her nose to be small, okay? Now I'm gonna draw the eyes, okay? So I'm gonna use this tree leaf, right? But I'm gonna manipulate the shape so that now the point of the eye is here, right? The point of the leaf is here. And then I'm gonna make it go downwards. You see? Now the other part of the leaf, because on the eye you don't want to draw both of your lines with the same strength. So you want to draw your top line with a lot of dark and a lot of boldness. And then the bottom one, you come back with a lighter line. Okay? Now the line that goes over the top of the eye is just a mirror of the same line, basically like you're gonna draw a leaf behind that leaf. So I'll do something like this, but not with a powerful line. You don't want any line to be more powerful than the top line of the eye. Okay? Now, what I'll do is I'll add her eyeballs in. So I'll add some lighting first. So I'll do like this. Those are my light. My light source is coming from this way, and it's coming this way, okay? Then I'll add her eyeball, okay? And then with a line that's not as, because the most dominant part of the eye is going to be this part, that pupil. You can see it in her picture, okay? And then what do? We make a line. Bam. Bam. Okay? Now how do we make it look more like her eyes? We add eyelashes here, and then we add some on the bottom, but don't touch that line. You make you a line underneath it. You see? And then you just kind of, now you see how that looks like a cartoon of her eyes? Isn't that really easy? That's exactly what I'm doing every time I draw a picture. It doesn't matter whose eyes I'm drawing. I can pick anybody and I can use the same technique and I can draw anyone. Okay. All right, let me see here. Hold on. I got some comments here. Let me stop. Okay. Oh, Sharon Williams. Shout out. Peace. All right. Thank you for coming to the stream. JL Plays. Yes, I can do Michael Jordan. I will put him on my list. Shading with dots. Okay. Oh. Okay. Shout out to Team Fry. Shout out. Pronounced Fire. Team Fire. Excuse me. Shout out to Team Fire. All right. I see where you are getting at with this. Good way to think of it. Really well put, easy to understand. This is tenet of cognitive psychology to explain things using analogies. Oh yes. That's exactly analogies is what I do. All right. So pretty much, guys, we're gonna take one more. We're gonna do one more pair of eyes. So let's go and let's see what we got here. Let's see who we got. Let me see here. No, that's a small. Oh, okay. This is some good eyes right here. So look at those eyes. Now, let me show you something about these eyes. Now, these eyes that we're going to draw, they're going to be real easy. Okay. First thing we're going to notice about these eyes is what? Well, number one is that don't let the eyelashes fool you. Don't worry about eyelashes until you draw the shape first. Okay. So, these eyes are small, okay? So how do we want to draw those eyes when they're small? If you guys paid attention to in those when I was drawing the caricatures, I said that you want to draw small eyes relatively far apart from each other. This way, because the further anything moves away from the nose, the smaller it's going to look. You understand? If you make your eyes, this is the nose. If you make your eyes go further out this way, okay, the eyes start to look smaller. If you move them closer in, the eyes tend to look bigger when you get closer to the nose. And the same thing happens with the mouth, okay? If you move the mouth down here, it starts looking smaller. It's like this pen right here. If I move it toward toward here, it looks big. Then when I move it back, it starts to look smaller, okay? Well, this is going to be basically the eye of the face. And whatever you want to make look smaller, you move it away from it. You understand? So let's see if that works. All right. So now that I know I'm going to use eyes that are going to be far apart from each other, we're not going to draw a face. We're just going to go ahead and do the eye part. I'll do something like this. Look, 1, 2. See the spacing that I left in between? Okay, so this will be like the eyebrows, okay? Now, remember, we're going to go back to our shape association, which is the tree leaf, right? And we know that they're going to be very small tree leaves, right? So we'll start with a shape that looks like this. That's the top of the tree leaf, right? And this is the bottom of the tree leaf right here. Okay? Remember, we're going to mirror our shape on the top. She has blue eyes. We're going to give her a little bit of lighting right here. Okay? Then we're going to add a little dot right here. Okay? And then we're going to draw the rest of the eye in. Now what do? We put the eyelashes on that top line, and then we put eyelashes on the bottom line. Okay? So if you look at those eyes here, and then we put the nose, right? Because we want to make her nose look smaller. I'm going to go in between these points here. And you can see I have a pretty good cartoon of those eyes. Now, I'm going to show you something. When you are when the eyes are smiling, which I didn't do that because I wanted to keep it simple here. Exactly. Do not overpower the top line. Okay? So, let's say with the smiling eyes are a little, they're the same concept, but let me explain to you how to draw a person smiling. Use the same shape, because sometimes you might make their eyes just look normal. Like, see how hers are, she could be smiling, but generally when you're drawing eyes and they're smiling, what happens to this tree leaf is this. I'm going to now take a tree leaf, right? I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut them in half. So you can see the tree leaf now looks like this. It has one half missing. So if I take that, let me move this out of the way. If I take that idea and I want to make somebody smile, so we're going to just put a little line here so we don't get confused about what we're doing. Okay. All right, so we can make him smile. We'll put him in this box over here. Okay. Let's make somebody with some smiling eyes. Actually, let me get a whole nother sheet of paper here, because this one kind of took. I don't want it to be small, because I know the camera, you might not be able to see. So let me do this here. And then we're going to draw some more caricatures here. It's 5:50, so I'm working with good time. Okay, so remember we're talking about that tree leaf again. So if I have a tree leaf, I'm going to cut that in half like this. So this will be 1 and 2. This is the top part. Now what you can do with the tree leaf is you can cut them in half, right? Like this. And the more they laughing, so see this one right here, this is the eyes. Okay? But the more that they are laughing, the more you can squeeze that leaf. So you can take that half a leaf, right? Still draw the little stem on the bottom, but now you'll curve it inward so that it takes the form of a banana almost. And then it's the same exact thing. If you notice, this is going to come out looking like a lot more like her eyes because she's smiling. So we captured the expression of her face. You see the expression we've captured? You see? Doesn't that feel like her eyes? They don't look exactly like them, but they feel like them. You got to draw from your feelings. Just like that. So see how easy that is, guys? That is eyes 101. Okay? Real easy. Okay. All right. Like a hilarious mouth. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, so hopefully you guys kind of understood that particular section that was on the eyes. Also, I want to go over another thing with you guys. We're gonna go over the nose shape real quick, okay? Because I know I get a lot of questions about noses too. Okay, noses are very easy to draw because to me they look like little spaceships. So I want to find my nose here, and then my book on here. It is. Okay. All right. So this is the part about drawing noses. Okay, when you're doing your caricature. Okay, I want to talk with you about the idea of pivot points. A pivot point is basically, you know, the center of something. Okay, so you have, if you have an angle, then you have the pivot point would be here. You know what I mean? And on your clock, that little spot in the middle is the pivot point. Okay. There are a lot of these in the face, and then you have to use these to be able to help you to put your features. So you'll notice when I told you about the shape association that I talked to you about using the pivot point here. So I said, okay, use the tree leaf and then use a pivot point, which is usually going to be the center or the bridge of the nose is going to be your pivot point. And then it's going to, your eyes are going to either go down, stay the same, or they're going to go up. Like an Oriental person generally would have ones that kind of go up. Okay. And then you just basically manipulate size, shape, and distance, and you can draw any shape. So let's go ahead and apply that to a nose. Okay. If someone were to walk up to me and say, okay, I have, and we'll go ahead and just put a little line here. Okay. And this is going to be noses. So we already did eyes up here. We're going to do a couple of noses for you guys, okay? All right, so the basic way to break the nose down, okay? The nose has, I got another book here for you guys. The nose has a couple of key components. Now, you guys, I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm getting all my books from either. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that was not good. All right, let me see. Okay, here we go. The nose. Okay, so guys, this is the basic anatomy of the nose. I want you to get familiar with it first before I start drawing and start calling out these terms and you don't understand what they are. Okay. All right, so let me see here. You can get it. So you still can get the emotion from what you're drawing. Yes. The Poke Bro Joe. You've asked about the motion from what you're drawing. Yes, you can. What I want you to understand is that your face is fluid. And what I mean by fluid is it's always moving and it's always changing. But do those changes make you look different? No, people still recognize you as you. So that tells you something about the features. The features are not, they're forever changing. So as long as you take a general idea or a general shape and you change it to reflect emotion, then you can capture that person, okay? So those tree leaf eyes that I showed you that do like that with the squint, just about everybody's eyes that are known to mankind, matter of fact, all of them do, even on Mars, when they smile, their eyes do that. And when someone's eyes take that position, it indicates to us, the person looking at them, that, hey, that person is happy. That's an emotion. You understand? So when I'm telling you to draw from emotion, I'm telling you this, what is this person feeling? What do they look like? Who are they? Look at that and you will be able to draw them. But if you try to make it mechanical and say, well, it's this and that, that's not how you won't, your drawings will always be ordinary. You know what I mean? No matter what you're drawing. If you're drawing a building, if you're drawing a car, if you're drawing a motorcycle, you want to draw with emotion and expression in your, and that's what sets great artists and great athletes and great anything that you are apart from the average person, is that person that's able to tap inside and be able to draw from within, you know, to understand it from within. It says know thyself. You know what I'm saying? That's the beginning. You got to know who you are and know what your interpretation is, and being able to interpret things correctly, and you'll be a good artist. Okay, so guys, let me go ahead here and go back to these parts here. So we have the anatomy of the nose. There's only a few parts you're going to be concerned with. Okay, this is the root of the nose. The root of the nose is basically, let me take my glasses off here so you can see. That's going to be this part of your nose right here. Okay, generally for your eyes, your anchor point is going to be right here. Okay. For your nose, your anchor point is going to be right here. Do you notice that everything that I'm pointing at is the anchor is in the center of the face? That might be something you want to write down. All right, and the lips, you know, the little part of the lips. If you look here on the screen, if you look at her lips, you see that little lip right there. See, all that lines up. So these could be very important to drawing a caricature, understanding what where the center of the face is. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a couple of noses. So we have your root, And then we have the wings of the nose, which are these two things right here. You can hold on to your wings like this. You can stretch them out. Okay, you can hold on to your wings, okay? And then you have the ball of your nose. Those are the only parts of the nose you need to know for this exercise. There's 4 things you need to know. Oh, and one other thing, they call it the lateral surface, which is this side, right? But don't worry. Matter of fact, no. How long the nose is. So this part right here, we'll just call it the. I don't know. We'll call it a lateral surface. The lateral surface of the nose. Okay. So that's 5 parts you need to know about. Okay. So write those things down, and now let's go ahead and draw a couple of noses. Okay. So what I mean by that, by the nose, is number 1. We're going to start from a ball of the nose, 1, and draw the ball. We want to establish where that's at first. Okay? Yeah. Right. Okay. Now, if this is the ball of the nose, and funny that it actually looks like a ball. And some people's ball might be square. Some people's ball might look like a rectangle. Some might look like what do they call it? A rectangle. It doesn't matter. We're going to start from there. So we can turn these all into a nose. Now, where are the wings at? The wings are the things that are like this, right? So this is the ball. My head is. These are my wings, right? And then where are those wings at? Are my wings right here? My wings right here? Or my wings right here? Okay? So in this one, his wings are down here. Okay? So now all I got to do is draw the 2 sides to it, and then draw the lateral surface and the root of the nose, which is right here, which connects to the eyebrow subsequently. You understand how that works? Real easy. What about this square, Harry? Well, let's give him some wings that go up here. All I gotta do is draw this and this, and there you have it. Okay? And then this, same thing. This. Now, usually this is somebody that might have like a flat nose. Okay? And keep in mind when you're drawing your square or your skirt, whatever, you want to round them off a little bit. That's why you'll always see me put a little bit of dark under the nose. I'll do that sometimes. Okay? But that's the basic idea behind the nose. You just draw, and sometimes you'll see me draw the side first, because I know where my wings are. You see? Just like that. It's like a little spaceship. See? See the spaceship? It's a man inside. And he's flying. Alright. But pretty much, guys, that's how you draw noses 101. Hello there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, you did? Well then, you see that subscribe button below? Push it. And after, push the bell icon next to it and select the all option. Then you will get notifications of all new uploaded videos and when I go live. Oh yeah. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and check out these other videos for more cool stuff. Have a great day and happy penciling.